From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, treachery has many dimensions. And sometimes the definition of what amounts to treachery is subjective. And hence those accused of it try to get away. Tonight, therefore, hashtag Cong betrays India. Tonight, therefore, I will refrain from using that word, treacherous, or calling anyone a traitor. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to decide on who is treacherous. I want you to decide who is a traitor. Because I have evidence today that while you and I, the people of India, the government of India, came together as one to fight all those who questioned our unity and sovereignty, after we abrogated 370, this Vadra Congress, this Vadra family, betrayed the nation by asking political parties in the United Kingdom to attack India, these Mir Jafars, and telling British politicians to abuse India, and telling British politicians to support the Pakistani position on Kashmir. These, I won't call them traitors, but you decide. Jeremy Corbyn, a top Labour leader, an India hater, and a known Pakistan supporter, was having meetings with the Vadra Congress and was being encouraged, pushed, and cajoled by the Vadra Congress to attack the Indian position. Frankly, I know that none of us give a damn about British politicians. They can go to hell. But this Mir Jafar type attitude of the Vadra family, this slinking and sleeping with the enemy approach, Sonia Gandhi, would not work in the nation of your birth, which is Italy. This attempt to work with Pakistan is revolting, that this party claims to be an Indian party anymore. I truly believe that only when the Vadra family is out of Indian public life and kicked out of Indian politics can this kind of incident stop. And I ask you tonight, why the hell are they still there in our political life? It's such an embarrassment. It's a moment to reflect on, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag Congress betrays India. Debate number one. And debate number two, 10 o'clock, our non-stop fight for the victims of the PMC scam. We will fight the politicians on their behalf till they get their money back. Debate number three tonight. Nora, human rights for RSS workers, whole family killed because of RSS connections. And where is Aparna Sen tonight? Where is Nasiruddin Shah tonight? Have you heard them? Not, you won't, because they are hypocrites. All this and more is coming up. And here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the debate tonight. 72 years after independence, the Congress runs back to the British for intervening in Kashmir.
Well, this has been brought to our attention. We are shocked by this misrepresentation and any unauthorized statement that has been made on behalf of the Congress party.
Damage done even as the Congress attempts a face saver. Republic breaks the week's biggest story.
मैडम, इस किडनी ट्रांसप्लांट के बाद जो लोग इसको जानते हैं बीमारी को नज़दीक से, एक 30 से 40 हज़ार महीने की दवाई खानी पड़ती है। मैडम, अभी मैं दवाई खाऊं कि अपने घर वालों को खाना खिलाऊं?
Lost tears and helplessness as the victims of the PMC scam fight for justice.
So I did call them inside and sat with them, heard them about their problems.
Will politicians go beyond lip service? Republic Network stands with the PMC depositors. 3 brutal murders under one roof, but not a word from the lobby. Are there no human rights for RSS workers? And countdown is on to the Modi Ji summit. Stay tuned to the most detailed coverage on Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, the party that was formed to fight the British Raj 134 years back is now running back to the UK to raise the Kashmir issue. If this is not the greatest act of treachery against the nation, and the Congress and the Vadra family has been caught red-handed doing it, then I ask you tonight, what is? Tonight, the Vadra Congress conspiracy to take the Kashmir issue to the UK, join hands with pro-Pakistan politicians, cannot be forgiven. The damage is done, and I say tonight, the Vadra Congress must be made to pay the price for it.
On the debate tonight, it's the Vadra Congress's biggest betrayal of Kashmir. This is Kamalpreet Dhaliwal, a close aide of Rahul Gandhi, a prominent leader of the Congress in the United Kingdom, and the face of the Overseas Congress in UK. Last night, probably on Rahul Gandhi's instructions, he led a delegation to meet a well-known pro-Pakistan Labour Party leader, Jeremy Corbyn, to discuss Kashmir. The agenda was anti-India from the word go. Jeremy Corbyn, the Labour Party leader, confirmed that the Congress discussed human rights situation, de-escalation, and the so-called cycle of violence and fear in Kashmir. There's little doubt that this meeting had Rahul Gandhi's blessings. Here's why.
There are reports of violence. There are reports of people dying in Jammu and Kashmir.
12 days ago, the same UK politician had a long chat with Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan and demanded UN intervention in Kashmir. The same leader who passed a controversial resolution on Kashmir when the world was backing India's stand. So why did Rahul Gandhi send his team to meet this well-known Pakistan backer in the UK? His mother, Sonia Gandhi's team, is attempting damage control.
The delegation which met, or for that matter any committee or chapter of the Indian Overseas Congress, has neither a mandate nor any authorization to speak on any matter which pertains to policies or India's domestic issues. We disown any such claim in entirety.
Now contrast that comment with this sham of a clarification by Rahul's team on Twitter. They say the meeting was to reiterate Kashmir is an integral matter and outside intervention won't be accepted. It's just unconvincing.
1948 में जहां यूनाइटेड नेशंस की मॉनिटरिंग हो रहे हैं वो क्या इंटरनल मामला है? क्या जम्मू कश्मीर इंटरनल मामला हो सकता है?
From towing Pakistan's line on Kashmir to being quoted by the Pakistani Prime Minister at the UNGA.
This inhuman curfew of 50 days. Even the Congress party in India has commented that poor people have been shut inside for 50 days.
On a day when Kashmir is welcoming tourists back by seeking UK intervention, has the Vadra Congress betrayed India's interests? Let's debate.
And my first question tonight, let me welcome Trupti Patel, is president of the Hindu Forum in Britain.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you in London. Afaq Hussain is an economic and political researcher. We know the rest of our panelists. I'll go through them. Sambit Patra of the BJP, Anand Ranganathan, General Bakshi. I think I will be joined in a while by Professor P.K. Basu from Singapore. Ahmad Ayaz is on the screen, Nishant is on the screen, Abdul Razak is on the screen. You know, my first question is to you, Afaq, that did the Vadra Congress think that they would not get caught red-handed doing this? We all know that we believe.
Arnab, it's not.
Yes. Yeah, tell me.
Arnab, it's not about being caught red-handed or not being caught red-handed. I think given we all know what is happening in Jammu and Kashmir, given the human rights violation that has been documented by Indian media as well as international media, and it is the responsibility of all the citizens of this country to think about what people of Kashmir are going through.
There is an aspect called self-respect, Afaq, and may I intervene and ask you this? May I intervene and ask you this? There is something called respecting your country. You know, Afaq, there is a word in the English language called, I don't expect loyal patriotism or a sense of nationalism from the Vadras. I know deep in my heart that Sonia Gandhi won't only feel nationalistic about the country of her origin, which is Italy. She would feel nationalistic if somebody mentions Mussolini, perhaps. But having said that, I have no expectations of this family. My question is, would today any self-respecting British politician come to India and say that post-Brexit, we have a problem in Ireland? Would the Bharatiya Janata Party please start talking all over the world about our problems in Ireland? Would anyone do that? You know what I call that? You know what I call that, Afaq?
None whatsoever.
I think it's an act of treachery. I think it's lack of loyalty for your country. Razak, hear me. Everyone's on the screen. I can't hear him.
What wrong did they say? Did they say they have to take back the decision of 370-35A? Did they say anything against the government?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. They took Pakistan's side. You want them
Did
to do
they say anything wrong like what you did on 370 was wrong?
No. They were pro-Pakistan.
Their statement
What
clearly
is treacherous? What is betrayal according to you,
says that British should talk to
Arnab, are we
Pakistan.
living under dictatorship?
Afaq is on the debate. 1 second. Janisha, please focus. Afaq is on the debate. Yes, Afaq, what were you saying?
Yeah, the statement from the statement from the Congress party, they have retracted from this, and they have said that they have spoken to them and asked them to talk to Pakistan and tell Pakistan to stop terror in Kashmir and in India. So what is wrong in that if they talk to a third country and tell them to speak to their friends to stop terrorism in India? Is there something wrong in that?
Jeremy Corbyn.
And at the same time,
So you mean to say, Jeremy was lying as to why he tweeted.
Think about Kashmir.
No, Afaq.
One second.
Afaq, I have heard you. Afaq, if you can please hear me out.
Yeah, one second.
Mr. Goswami, give me a few seconds.
Yeah.
Mr. Goswami, if I'm not wrong, you were the first person who uncovered the Congress party's uncouth act. Remember that night when Mr. Rahul Gandhi secretly had gone to meet the Chinese envoy while we had a standoff with
consistently happening.
You remember initial reaction of the Congress?
You know, 1 second.
Yes, and remember, Mr. Goswami,
Sambit, there is a lot of suspicion about Rahul Gandhi and the Vadra family today. Everybody doubts what they really are up to. But I'm saying tonight, you are dealing with a group that openly betrayed the country and joined hands with Pakistan at what was a sensitive time for us, and you expect us to let them get away with it. Jeremy Corbyn took a very pro-Pakistan position after his meeting with Rahul, with the Vadra Congress. Why did this meeting happen? And now they are saying we can't explain why it happened.
Terror apologist.
Yes, Anand?
And Afaq, you must know this.
Afaq,
you must know this, that Jeremy Corbyn is an out and out terror apologist. This guy unabashedly says that Hamas and Hezbollah are his friends. He was part of the Red Action Group that gave unstinted support to IRA. He refused to meet IRA victims. He placed a wreath near the terrorist memorial, the terrorists who gunned down 11 Jews in Munich Olympic massacre. What are you talking about? And this is the guy who passed a resolution 2 weeks ago saying, asking for international intervention in Kashmir. And the primer said that inspectors must go to Kashmir
with their
and
emergency
halt the
fund.
atrocities there.
People
are
of
you a
Kashmir
Kashmiri? Are you
are
an
in
Indian?
trouble.
Who are you?
Now the government has to go ahead and tell us.
There are multiple
you must know.
international resolutions which have talked about intervention in Kashmir. There are multiple resolutions in the last few weeks which have talked about intervention in Kashmir.
I am branding you an anti-Dalit, anti-Gurkha, anti-refugee for staying silent for 70 years when Article 370 trampled upon the human rights.
The question is, may I place some context to this? May I place some context to this? I'd like to invite Trupti Patel, who's president of the Hindu Forum in Britain. And I want to make a point here. 1 second. Trupti Patel, please, Trupti Patel, 1 second. You see, Trupti Patel, please tell me. Is it true or not? Is it true or not, Trupti Patel, that the Indian diaspora had boycotted the pro-Pakistan Corbyn at a time when the Vadra Congress started having negotiations with him? And can you please tell all our viewers in India today, let us expose these Vadras together. Is there any doubt about the fact that the Vadra Congress and Jeremy Corbyn of the Labour Party and the Pakistanis were working together against India exactly around the same time?
Absolutely.
When the Indian community, realizing the pro-Pakistan angle of Jeremy Corbyn, had boycotted him publicly? What could be a bigger act of treachery? Trupti Patel from London, I think you should say it as it is. The people of India really need to know a little bit more about this family.
Absolutely correct. We find it absolutely astounding that the representative of Congress party actually went to meet the leader of the opposition of Her Majesty's government to denounce India. I mean, we all know that this is the same party was refused visas to PM Modi ji when he was CM. This is the same party that is dabbling into all the Kashmir affairs, into anti-India affairs. And many of the viewers would not be familiar with what happened on 15th of August. The Special Assistant to Khan on Overseas Pakistanis Human Resource Development, Zulfi Bukhari, traveled from Pakistan to London on 15th of August, along with many Labour Party MPs and councillors, sieged the Indian High Commission. But not only that, 200 innocent women and children were sieged. The water bottles were thrown at them. Some of them were injured. The children and elderly people. Where were they? Where were they? And this was all, and not a single denouncing tweet, red letter or email came from Jeremy Corbyn. So we consider this that the Indian people...
The problem is not Jeremy Corbyn. The problem is the meeting.
When we are abroad...
Jeremy Corbyn, we all know, was the person in 2016. When
Let us speak, Nishan. Now, if you're permanently on the screen, you'll intervene, everyone. So I request the producers to not make him the only face on the screen. Thank you. 1 second. My question is, everyone else also, please. My question is, Nishant, I will not let you spoil the debate tonight. You listen to me loud and clear.
Why are you cutting me short?
Because you are supporting the Mir Jafars. Because you are supporting the traitors. You know what Mir Jafar did?
No, I will also tell who Jai Chands are sitting. I will also tell the Jai Chands that we are not Mir Jafar. So listen for 20 seconds.
Well, GD Bakshi is on the debate.
Please try to understand. The topic is not Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn is somebody that
Sambit Patra and Sambit Patra and Nishant. Sambit is speaking now. Yes.
Now the bigger question is, why are you not?
Mr. Goswami, let me agree with you, Mr. Nishant, on this count. I agree with you for the first time, Mr. Nishant. The problem is not Mr. Corbyn. The problem is the Congress party, and let me tell you, no, I agree with you that Mr. Jeremy Corbyn is not the problem. The problem is the Congress party. We know as far as the MP of the Labour Party is concerned, we know their consistent stand. We know the person.
Patra,
but as far as the Congress party is concerned, what was the right of the Congress party to go?
You are trying to tell the country that Congress met and internationalized Kashmir. Is that what you are saying? Are you saying Congress internationalized Kashmir? Tell me on 2nd October 2019. Mr. Patra, have the guts to hear me. On 2nd of October 2019, when the country was celebrating Gandhi Jayanti, the 150th Gandhi Jayanti, can you tell the
United Nations General Assembly? You are aware of the fact, Mr. Goswami, you are aware of the fact that Sam Pitroda, who is the head of the foreign affairs of the Congress party, in fact applied to the NYPD to speak against Mr. Modi, to protest against Mr. Modi outside of the United Nations, and then NYPD clubbed all these Congress's requests along with Pakistan's request and allotted Congress a place along with Pakistan outside the United Nations. Such is the treachery of the Congress party, such is the anti-national bent of the Congress party.
We know who is the traitor.
Nishant, silence please. I find this bothersome now because you're on the screen constantly. Let's have 4 windows on the left, the visuals also, but let's not have Nishant as the only second face on the channel. Now listen to me, Nishant. I need to tell you one more thing. Viewers, you'll be shocked at this. You'll be shocked at this, and I'd like to invite GD Bakshi, who's on the debate right now. GD Bakshi is on the debate right now. GD Bakshi is on the debate with Vicar-ul-Aslam on the right. Vicar-ul-Aslam, listen to me. I'll tell you one more thing. GD Bakshi, let me tell you one more thing. Jeremy Corbyn's meetings with the Pakistanis and Indians and the Congress was well calibrated. The fact of the matter is, and Trupti can tell you more about this because she's in London, that Jeremy Corbyn met the Congress and immediately then met the Pakistanis.
She is in London, but
so Jeremy Corbyn, be quiet. I mean, I don't know why I should give you any attention. GD Bakshi, Jeremy Corbyn was having tripartite dialogue with the Pakistani representatives in London and the Vadra Congress. I demand today that the Election Commission should strip the Vadra Congress from any right to exist as a national party anymore. Point number 2. Now let me tell you a little bit about history. You know, these people get irritated, GD Bakshi, when I talk about Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar also went to Clive and told Clive to intervene and take on Sirajud-Dowlah in 1757. And we all know this was the key reason why the British could colonize this country for 200 years. Razak, Afaq, all these supporters of the Congress party are supporting the Mir Jafar. And because the Congress party has been rejected, because the Vadra family has been rejected by the people of India, GD Bakshi, they are now going to the British and trying to get an entry back.
India does not take
and the country will not forget Mir Jafar, and the country will not forget the Vadra family. GD Bakshi is on the debate right now. GD Bakshi, I want to hear GD Bakshi.
Allow us to make our stand.
Can I please come in? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think the question was addressed to me, so can I kindly take a shot at answering it? The fact of the matter is, the trail of treachery of this party goes back to independence. You know, the INA and Subhash Bose were instrumental catalyzing events in getting India her independence. But the British very cleverly handed over power to the most Anglophile leader in the Indian National Congress, and the first act that he did after 200 years of colonialism was to appoint a British admiral as the first Governor General of India. Pakistan had the decency to appoint a Muslim, a Pakistani, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, as the first Governor General. And you know, the first act of treachery was that Mountbatten passed an order that no INA soldier would be taken back into the Indian army, that they would be denied their wartime pensions, that they would be treated as traitors. This is where the trail of treachery starts, Arnab. And do you know that the Intelligence Bureau under the Congress till 1968 was reporting to MI5 in London about the movements of the relations of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose? Do you know that they were reporting?
But more importantly, I don't need to go back into history. No, I don't need to go back into history. I don't need to go back into history. I'll just say one thing. I don't need to go back into history. I'll just say one thing to you tonight. That After the meeting of the Congress party, and hear me clearly, viewers, after the Vadra Congress had this meeting with the pro-Pakistani Jeremy Corbyn and PK Basu welcome to the debate. Jeremy Corbyn went and said that the world must accept that Kashmir is a disputed territory. What this means clinically, Vikarul Aslam, and I want you in first on this, Vikar, is that the Vadra Congress told Jeremy Corbyn to push for making Kashmir a disputed territory. Why would any Indian politician do that?
It is a disputed territory. You don't know the facts. Kashmir is a disputed
Well, then you don't need to be an Indian.
Military peacekeeping and observation group in Srinagar.
You take a
something over here. Leave aside the Vadra Congress going and
GD Bakshi is on the debate.
Jeremy in London.
GD Bakshi is on the debate. GD Bakshi, this is what crosses the limit. All you people will now have to be lined up and questioned for your loyalty for the nation. GD Bakshi.
That we the people of Kashmir
Arnab, the fact of the matter is that under the Shimla...
One second, Vikarul Aslam, one second, Vikarul Aslam, I want to ask you, GD Bakshi, 1 minute. GD Bakshi, this man says, GD Bakshi
would be discussed bilaterally and there is no scope for a third
just a minute, let me tell you, Vikar, you represent nobody, remember that. You and Mehbooba Mufti
I represent the people that are under
and her
siege
daughter
right now.
represent nobody. Is that clear to you, Vikar? You have not fought a single election. You represent nobody. You probably represent Pakistan. You probably represent Pakistan, but you represent no one.
Can I answer that?
GD Bakshi.
Because Pakistan invaded Jammu and Kashmir.
I must laugh on you, Arnab. Tonight I must laugh on you. Me being from Srinagar does not represent my people, but General Bakshi and other people on the panel from India represent Kashmir.
Sir, I don't want to get into a shouting match. I just want to say that Pakistan's way of liberating Jammu and Kashmir was to send 10,000 bloodthirsty Pathan Lashkars with 500 empty cargo civilian trucks to carry back the women and the loot. You call this liberation? That is how this war started.
I know.
Should I come in and say, I'm not here to defend anyone.
No, I just want to, Ahmad Ayaz, I have a question for you. I have a problem with Rahul Gandhi. No, one second. Ahmad Ayaz, question for you. Listen to me. Ahmad Ayaz, question for you. Listen to me. Ahmad Ayaz, you know when the Indian army was fighting in Doklam, you know what Rahul Gandhi did. We doubt him. We have serious doubts about his loyalty to the country. He was with the Chinese envoy at a time when we were in a standoff with Doklam. Right or wrong? He was lobbying in Germany against the Rafale. He lobbied in the UK and he sent Kapil Sibal in the UK, in London, to start a campaign against the Indian elections. Don't you? Why does he do this? What is the intention? You see, I need to know, right? Anand, you are getting me, right? It's a serial, no. He's a serial offender when it comes to acting against national interest.
The time has come for us to realize that this clownish Pappu behavior, what people call him Pappu, is just a facade. He's a dangerous guy.
Can I hear both of them?
He is a dangerous fellow. Knowing the facts, to cast aspirations is not fair enough. And I don't think there would be any Indians standing against the country abroad or even within the country. I don't think not a question of a political party of such an old, with such an old tradition. I don't think it is that. The point is there are two issues. One is that it is a political issue which the Prime Minister has already clarified recently that this being a bilateral between India and Pakistan. So I don't think there should be any doubt, and then there should not be any worry on this account, whatever is being done at the international level. Then the question arises about the human issues.
Application of an unjust law if you stand for human rights. I've had enough of these guys.
I say throw them out of the country. I say tonight I can't tolerate this anymore. I'm asking you tonight. I mean, let's be very clear about it. And I want to ask you, Afaq, please tell me, in which other country, Afaq, my question is to you and to Sambit Patra, in which other country would a politician or a political party that has colluded with the enemy be allowed to exist? In which other country? Please name one country, Afaq, where you act against national interests, you collude with the enemy, and you are allowed to exist.
I want to enlighten
why is everyone getting so worried about Congress?
Nobody's worried about the Congress. Listen, no, one second. So, Sambit, I can't hear you because there's an audio problem. But I'm asking you one thing. Nobody is worried about the Congress. Let me tell you, they are not even flies on the wall. Do you understand English? Do you understand, Afaq? They are not even flies on the wall. But I tell you one thing. If there is a fly on the wall, if there is a fly on the wall that acts against my country's interest, everybody will demand the removal of that fly. You would not allow it. So, Afaq, understand, we come from a position where we are fighting Pakistan tooth and nail. We are upholding our sovereignty. You cannot have a political party in India operating in India but working for Pakistan.
The government of India is so confident about the situation in
Mr. Goswami, something very important that I want to inform you. Mr. Goswami, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi went to the United Nations to in fact speak in the United Nations General Assembly, you would be astonished to learn that Sam Pitroda had applied to protest against Prime Minister of India. Congress had applied, in fact, in NYPD, the New York Police Department, for allotment of a space so that the Congress party can protest against India and the Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. There were news across the newspapers that the NYPD allotted a space to the Foreign Congress, Sam Pitroda, a space in collusion with Pakistan, that both Pakistan and Congress party would be in that particular place protesting against Mr. Modi. I mean, just imagine, it's a political party almost colluding with Pakistan to protest against India. And number two, forget this. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary on the floor of the parliament says that this is not internal affair. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary says that have you consulted Pakistan? Have you talked to Pakistan before abrogation of Article 370? That is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary on the floor of the parliament.
The Saudi prince on 2nd October 2019
I have a question.
that discussed Kashmir. That is anti-India.
I place this before you, viewers. One second. Nishan, thanks very much. I'd like everyone on the screen, and I want you to kindly seal your lips. Listen, Nishan, I put a question to you, viewers, and I want you to tweet and give me your views on it. I think that the time has come to liberate the country and the Congress of the Vadra family. There is a clear and present danger, GD Bakshi, I'm saying it. There is a clear and present danger to our country by allowing them to operate in India. I truly believe the Vadras must go back to Italy. This country, the Vadras must go back to Italy. This country is not a place where the residue of the hard work of the people of India will be there for their loot. I truly believe we need to see the writing on the wall. Anand, Sambit, to all of you I'm saying. To Anand I'm saying tonight. Anand, let the debate be on that. The old stooges of the British must be shown the door.
100%.
Anand and Razak.
I am measuring my words.
Anand.
I am now.
Is it wrong to question the government?
I said Anand.
Razak, please do not interrupt me.
What was the mistake of Kashmir?
Razak, Arnab, I am measuring my words, so please hear me. I am agreeing with you 100%. This mask of being a clown is a pretense.
Did not provide them
this man is dangerous.
No, the
He's
family.
a dangerous guy.
The entire family.
He actually does things very carefully.
Oh,
you remember what happened during the Doklam Fracas? You remember what Sibbal said about EVM disrupting the elections? And now this.
There is nothing anti-national in this.
Razak ji, आप बच गए. General GD Bakshi को आपने interrupt किया 2 मिनट के आप बच गए.
Mind your language.
आप बच गए.
What do you mean mind your language?
आपने interrupt किया उन्होंने कुछ नहीं कहा. वो अच्छे मूड में.
Please do not. They are talking about the son of a martyr. Grandson of a martyr.
Why do you keep on interrupting?
What they have contributed is
keep on interrupting.
Not even 1% has been contributed.
What have they contributed? I'm asking you.
You just can't speak.
I'm asking you, other than the Beaufort scandal.
Come on.
Other than the Beaufort scandal and the emergency. What have they contributed? List out.
His father for his country.
Why don't you list out
treachery?
No, I think
talking about betrayal.
No, I can't brush aside this meeting. Trupti, may I come back to you, Trupti Patel? Trupti Patel, my question to you is, I see a viral reaction in India But I need to ask you this, Trupti. Can we brush aside this meeting at a very sensitive time with the pro-Pakistani Jeremy Corbyn as just a small occurrence? Because these kind of meetings do not happen without a strategy, without an agenda, and without some considerable planning. What I read from it is therefore that the Congress party and Jeremy Corbyn were working together to support the Pakistanis. Unless they had that, now they probably did not think that this would be made into a big issue. But the fact is, this man...
Why do you get this?
I'm telling...
No, why do you get this?
Where do I get it?
So important.
Trupti.
Why do you...
It's so important for people to understand. People to understand that the difficulties of Congress party being in bed with the Labour Party, with many of our local authorities, local councils being taken over by the Labour Party. They're openly doing these, openly changing the narratives that we, the Indians, and we from India are not good people, which is absolutely rubbish. It is not right that we must not have this kind of narrative where Congress is saying that the Kashmiris are good or the Pakistanis are good. So we must change these and we cannot tolerate this. So we have put a moratorium on all Labour MPs at our Diwali functions or any functions. And we are actually demanding that all the Labour councillors and Labour MPs be stopped at the functions because we consider this is a very serious matter that Congress party is in bed with the Labour Party.
No, so this has been going on for a while. Now, coming back to you, Afaq, I'll give you a couple of points here. You need to consider this. You see, Sam Pitroda is very close to Rahul Gandhi. And this meeting happened with Sam Pitroda and Rahul Gandhi's blessing. Point number one, Sambit. Let's be ready for the debate. Secondly, the delegation was led by the President of the Indian Overseas Congress UK, Kamal Dhaliwal. Kamal Dhaliwal is one of Rahul Gandhi's closest friends and aides. I'll show you some pictures now. Kamal Dhaliwal coordinates with all the top Congress leaders, Manmohan Singh, Kapil Sibal, Amrinder, everybody. And the Indian Overseas Congress UK spokesman Sudhakar Gaur was also present in the meeting. Look at the left-hand side of your screen. He's the third person from the left. A little background check you can do, and Sudhakar Gaur is also Rahul Gandhi's right-hand man. Which means this entire meeting, Sambit and Afaq, was directly being organized by Rahul Gandhi. Now the question is, therefore, Afaq, you've lost, nobody likes you. People question your loyalty. You are always a pro-Pakistani. You've been a corrupt family. And you really know that for the next 100 years, there is no sign of a family's resurrection. But do you do a Mir Jafar because of it?
Arnab,
do you team up with the enemy?
If Congress and out in India, why are you getting so insecure about it?
Nobody's insecure. Am I insecure about Charles Sobrag? But do I want the man punished? No, nobody's insecure about murderers, killers and violators of the law. Nobody's insecure of people who betray India. We are demanding justice. We are demanding action against them.
Yeah, but what is your problem then? Of the fact that leave aside anyone. Hafiz Saeed, in fact, in interviews said that he loves Congress party.
The present government of India.
No, Afaq, you are not aware of this fact. Mr. Goswami, you should show that video to Mr. Afaq. Mr. Afaq,
if the present government of India is confident of their behavior in Jammu and Kashmir, what they have done, why are they worried? According to government of India, everything is normal in Jammu and Kashmir.
Sambit
loves Congress party. Hafiz Saeed loves Congress party, he said himself.
No, I give you an example. Please understand, Afaq, I thought you were an intelligent and well-read man, and I need to debate this point with you. Afaq, let's debate on principle. Is it true or not that A.O. Hume, I don't want to go into history, Anand will tell you, was A.O. Hume, right, who is seen to be the founder of the Congress party? Was he an agent of the East India Company or not? Yes. But I thought we had enough of British agents. Vadra family is the new A.O. Hume. Point number two.
We are not.
I'll go into history. No, was A.O. Hume a British agent? Understand that. Okay. Point number two. Have you forgotten the lessons of the Battle of Plassey? What happened when Mir Jafar tried to bring the British as a third party in a battle for political power between Indians. Why do you go to the British? Do you have no shame? Why do you go to the British?
Just saying this,
you can't beat Modi, so you go to the British. You join hands with Pakistan. Shame on you guys.
To say to my friend
but because government of India is not coming clear
Afaq as a fellow Indian
about Jammu and Kashmir.
As a fellow Indian, let me counsel you.
The situation that is there in Jammu and Kashmir.
Let me counsel you, Afaq, as a fellow Indian. As a fellow Indian, please, Afaq, give me 30 seconds.
You actually need to counsel the people of Jammu and Kashmir today. Yes, because they are in depression. Because of the present situation, they are depressed. They need people like you to counsel them. Counseling is required to the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
Come to the mainstream. Think of Indians as your brothers. Throw away the stupid notion of some brotherhood. All right?
Nishant,
that is
there
what
is nothing special about you.
Why did she go to Britain?
Indian ho,
when there is so much of problem. Tripti Ben, jarak jawab aapone.
ऐसा क्या खास है आपने मुझे एक बता दो चीज जो आप पे खास है.
જરાક બધાને અહીંયા બતાવો ને કે તમે કેમ ગયા યુકે
Who do you guys think
તમને
you
આટલી
are?
બધી તકલીફ પડે છે ત્યાં તમને તો તમે ઇન્ડિયન
Who do you
રિટર્ન કેમ નહીં આવતા
People are,
તૃપ્તિબેન ક્યાં છે
people are right across the world.
ક્યાં છે તૃપ્તિબેન
We are
brotherhood nahi
Our
chalega.
people are right across the world. We have gone for one reason. No, please try and understand that. Our people are everywhere in the world. We contribute considerable amount of we contribute considerable amount of GDP to this nation. We all live peacefully in this country until this thing has started. So could you please stop that and questioning me?
તમને બહુ ઘણી બધી તકલીફ પડતી હોય તો પટેલ છો પટેલ
can you please try and understand that our people who came out from Uganda as refugees.
Can I be one-on-one with Nishant? Nishant, you're talking a lot. I'm sorry, Trupti Patel, for his behavior. Nishant, first of all, the problem with you is when you don't know history, when you don't know economics, when I singularly attack you on facts, you don't know anything. Okay, tell me one thing. Did the Congress allow the British to brutally suppress the naval mutiny in Bombay? Did they or did they not? Do you know anything about history? You don't know. You don't know anything about anything. Nishant, why are you shouting like that? You make a spectacle of yourself on TV. I'll let GD Bakshi lose on you. I can't stand people who work against India and the Vadra family. We doubt the Vadra family's intentions. Yes, please.
Is he still in his job?
GD Bakshi.
Thank you. Arnab, first of all, let's not go into history. Last month, the British had our consulate attacked with the help of these Pakistani goons in London. Last month, our
High Commission
consulate there was attacked. And the High Commission was attacked and it was, left in a shambles. These were physical violence. These are physical violence. You support that? You support that physical
Nobody supports that.
You support the attack on our High Commission? You support the attack on our High Commission? I'm asking you that.
प्रधानमंत्री की बेइज्जती करता है जो आदमी प्रधानमंत्री की बेइज्जती करता है उसको निकलवाइए.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me because you don't want to hear me.
Okay, let me answer you.
The simple question is, has the Prime Minister not categorically told Donald Trump that India and Pakistan will take care of Kashmir?
Okay.
Then why has Ajit gone to the Saudi prince and discussed Kashmir?
Okay, now let me answer that. I heard that charge for the third time. With Saudi Arabia, it is the largest next to Iraq supplier of oil to this country.
So we will
the oil security, energy security is a problem.
Oh, come on.
Energy security is a problem. Stop yelling your head off, man.
Enough.
Stop yelling your head off. Have you heard what I've said?
Enough.
Have you heard what I've said?
Okay, we'll have to close.
Kashmir with anyone.
Yelling
Do you
your
get that?
head
Okay, viewers,
Do you get that?
I said today I will not call anyone traitors, I will not call anyone treacherous, but I also said to you tonight that it is time for you to take a very firm view on what the Vadra family is up to. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you it's up to no good, no good. We doubt their intentions in this democracy. This country will not be use and throw for them. I'll take a short break. When we come back, we continue to fight for the victims of the PMC scam.